So it is currently 10:08 p.m. You feel me? I'm currently under the influence of alcohol. And today marks the last day of me recreationally using any type of anything, bro. Like, Big Brother learned the hard way, man. See, y'all might not have had to go through everything that I've been going through, or everything that I've had to go through in my lifetime, but I've been recreationally using substances, weed, liquor, tobacco, and other things experimentally for the past since 16 for 6 years. For the past 6 years, I've been a type of person to habitually smoke weed, to occasionally drink, you feel me? Well, no, not even occasionally, for real, because, like, at one point in time, I was drinking every day. But today, at this point in time, and in my current intoxication, I'm no longer for it. Not too long ago, I stopped regularly, recreationally using marijuana. I made that change because I didn't like who I became after I smoked, and I didn't like what smoking did for me. So right now I'm currently rolling up a all tobacco cigarette, damn near, but it's like a rollie, whatever the fuck y'all call it in y'all place of living. You feel me? In Michigan, where I'm from, we call these bitches Lucy's. So currently rolling up a Lucy, and this is the only substance, quote unquote, excuse me, that I can genuinely say that I still use on a regular basis, because it doesn't have me sedated. So, like, I can smoke a black and mild. I know I smoke like one of the worst cigarettes type shit, you feel me? I'm black and I'm mild, you feel me? But yeah, I smoke black and milds to this day because out of all of the recreational substances that are available nowadays, tobacco doesn't have me feeling sedated. I'm a trader. I'm a billionaire. I've been on this little journey for 3 weeks. Today's Sunday, so today marks week 4. Today's the beginning of the week. And yeah, who I've become is somebody that I can considerably be proud of at the end of the day. I believe that eventually even this will come to an end, as do all good things. But right now, I can say I still wholeheartedly only would be acceptable to using tobacco because it doesn't leave me in the sedated state that all of the other recreational drugs of choice have left me feeling before. I've been smoking every day since I was 16. I didn't drink every day because, like, in all actuality, I'm intoxicated right now of liquor, but I got locked up May 6th. Today's July 20th, and it's been that long since I've had this much liquor in one sitting, say for reference. Like I haven't been this intoxicated off of liquor since I got locked up. What changed? What changed? I did, basically. What changed was my mindset first. First things first. Start there. My mindset changed. My mindset changed from the perspective of what happens when I do use XYZ substance to feel a certain way. Big shout out to I'm not sure the YouTuber's name, but there's a YouTube video titled Animation versus Addiction, and the YouTuber that I'm specifically talking about at this time, he does topics and videos based upon animation versus such and such XYZ. So he has a lot of different depictions from his perspective of what substances do, and I related deeply to that. I watched that video not too long ago, right before the process of me getting incarcerated. I'm currently on house arrest, right? So this is pretty much all of the videos that I have based on this topic. Me talking to myself, me talking to y'all. They're topic based, kind of like a journal, a virtual journal, say for example. But me personally, on my journey, the first thing that I did was start with my mindset. And I don't like sedative. I used to be the type of person that, like I said, back when I was like 16, smoked weed for the first time. I had drank at an even earlier age than that. So I'm familiar with different substances, say for example, and a lot. Like I've done a lot of recreational drugs in my time of living, for real. It's easier for me to say what I haven't done. I haven't touched the big three: crack, meth, heroin. By the grace of God, I haven't gotten that far into my substance use, but right now, I took in March. This is going on, say March. No, it was May. Excuse me, not March. May, June, July. The entire month of May, June, and July. What happened was I became somebody comfortable with being in their sober body without having to use a sedative. The video that I just referenced earlier, it's called Animation versus Addiction, and what's depicted in that video is what substance abuse basically is all together, like as a main topic for real. And I relate to that video deeply because there wasn't a specific substance that they were using in the video specifically. Like, the animation wasn't sitting there smoking weed. He didn't, feel me, do whatever they did, feel me, wasn't, you know what I'm saying, wasn't drinking, anything like that. What it was just the press of a button, and it showcased the effects that it has on the human body, who you are as a person, who your mental becomes, and the dependency upon whatever button he was pressing. I highly recommend the video. I just watched it for, I believe, the third time, and I got a completely different perspective on it, especially because my mind right now, under the sedative, is the things that I perceive is brought to me in a different manner. So, this video right now is going on to express the fact that this also will eventually come to an end, but tobacco is the only substance that I find comfortability in due to its remainder of having me in my right state of mind. So, when you smoke tobacco versus when you smoke weed or when you drink, or say, for example, just using it for reference, eat a perk, pop anything other than any hard substance, really. So the difference is, and vaping as well. So this applies the same way. But when you hit a vape, you're not really high, but your body feels a certain type of way. That slight sedativeness still keeps me in my right mind state, so that way I can still perform. Like I mentioned briefly, I'm a trader. I'm a trader now. I just got money on my device, and I'm getting ready to day trade. I'm going to learn day trading, and I'm going to have $1 billion. I have $1 billion mind. But it starts here with the mind itself. This is $1 billion mind that doesn't need to be sedated. All I'm saying, basically. It's been a decent, very decent journey. A very lifelong learning experience journey. But a journey, none to say the least. I've been through numerous and multiple experiences in life that are unfavorable, really not desirable for real. I'm currently on house arrest, like I mentioned briefly before, but they were due to my decisions, of course. So I'm the one that put me in this position, and I'm really coming on here to say that nothing conquers you. It's actually one of my mantras, affirmations, whatever you prefer to call it. That's something that I live by and stand by, like it's a part of my developed philosophy, that nothing conquers me. Not, especially not a substance that makes me feel a certain sedation. Due to who it is that I want to become, who I see myself being, what I see myself being, everything that I see myself achieving and accomplishing during this lifetime. This is great for me because from 16 to 22, I've never willingly wanted to say that I wanted to be sober. The familiar feeling of being in my body without any sedation has brought me nothing but numerous counts of abundant joy, really. Nothing but truth. I can't say it's been nothing but bliss the entire time, but it has been bliss for a decent period of time because my emotions are mine at the end of the day, and they are valid for me. They're worth something. So it's been considerably difficult to adjust to dealing with my emotions, just me, without any sedation. And that seems to be a big thing with the reason people may try to escape their realities and use certain substances Also, the reason that some people say, for example, say they get mad, I was the same way. Anything happen at the slightest inconvenience, they smoking, they drinking, or they snoring, basically. To say it bluntly, because I'm going to be real right now. To say it bluntly, they using something outside of themselves that will bring themselves back to the state that they want them to be in. But what tends to happen is, say for example, which if you watch the video that I just recommended, I say at the click of a button, you can lift off. You feel like you're floating. You're essentially getting high to where you're free. There's no weight upon your body. And you can be a desired version of you that you want to be at naturally, soberly, and holistically. But at the press of a button, you feel that, but once that button goes away, or the effect of that button goes away, you're lower than you were before you pressed the button. This is a key developing point in my life because I never want to look like this unless I work a 20-hour out of 24-hour day and I'm getting ready for bed. My eyes are low. I may feel a certain type of way. I'm not able to articulate the way that I want to articulate my thoughts, my emotions, and my feelings, and what's important to me. I want this to shed awareness to what it is that we feel like we're not addicted to, but we can't live without, basically. It's really important to examine the fish. I'm going to give this example that I read about in a book. There was a college professor. I'm not sure. I believe it was a Harvard professor, and I don't remember his name right now. Excuse me. But there was a Harvard professor that had a student who desired to mentor under the teacher. So the teacher's first example was giving him a fish and saying, here, just look at this fish. Study this fish. And he walked away. He left the room. So the student was tasked with studying, seeing different features and details of this fish. And the more and more that this fish, or the student looked and examined at this fish, the more and more he found. In a nutshell, the same principle applies for our life. You have to internalize and examine yourself as if you were the student examining the fish, studying, getting in detail, putting your finger inside the fish's mouth, pause, looking at the fins, lifting, doing the details of who you are as a person, seeing who you are internally and externally, studying that, and being able to project what it is that you've examined about yourself, whether in a positive or negative way, because that is the first step of change. That is the very, 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 very first step of change. To go within. As above, so below. As within, so without. I'm going to keep it brief because I'm not exactly too sure where my journey will take me, but I do know that I have an idea of who I want to be at the end of the day for myself. And it's not a person who who outsources. It's not a person who goes anywhere and uses any outside substance in order to feel okay within. I make myself feel okay within every day before I do anything. My internal is first. My external is a reflection. My internal is what makes my external. Same for you. Same for you. So, as I progress through these steps, these journeys, I will try to be influencing the people around me to adopt this perspective of self and health, holism, and really knowledge of self. But if this video reaches you, it's for you. You are the one that makes your internal reality. You are the sole proprietor of your life. You're the reason that your life is the way that it is. So if you want change, you must make change. This is a very uncomfortable feeling, but it's also a desirable feeling. To be anxious, to be vulnerable, to be open. Today, as if you know me from life, like, this may sound strange, but I was in a store today and I cold approached out of nowhere, blank, no conversation, just sparked a conversation with an attractive woman. That, for me, internally felt strange. Like, it made me nervous because I barely shoot. Because every time I shoot, I make it. I don't really take shots that I know I'm not gonna make. Today I was comfortable doing it. Today I was comfortable getting told that the shot that I was taking was married. You feel me? Who ball is this? It ain't our ball. But no, in real life though, that was somebody's ball. You feel me? And that was cool to find out because I had the internal desire to know. Instead of having a thought and not acting upon my thought and just continuing on about my day, I'm programming my subconscious mind to be a person who doesn't seize opportunities, to be a person who doesn't go for what it is that they want and get what they want. So taking steps in order to change that felt out of place. Basically what I'm saying is, if you're dealing with some sort of abuse, which that's harsh terminology, but it's truth. The truth hurts. That's the truest sentence I've ever heard, the truest statement that I've ever heard, is that the truth hurts. Because it does. The truth is brutal. It's very truthful, unopened, unsugarcoated. So, today basically was my last day drinking. Well, being drunk at least. Because once I'm a millionaire and throwing them parties, there will be no reason for me not to. But until I get to that point, there's every reason for me not to. Because I'm not who I want to be yet. And there's nothing wrong with saying no. That was another thing that I struggled with. That's not who I want to be anymore. May seem awkward, just like how I was describing about the example that I went through today. That may seem strange, that may seem foreign. That's good, because that is a sign of growth and change within self-development. I love you. If you need help, talk to me. Hit the comments on the video, feel me? Hit me up, feel me? Like, I don't know what you want to do personally, if you even want it out there or not. But it starts with you. Like, a face. Look at that. Tired, and I ain't even fucking tired. You feel me? Off the sedative type shit. I stopped smoking weed as well. But it takes you first. And then everything after. Like, you have to want to be a certain way first. You have to want a certain change first. You have to want to be better first. And then from there, you'll experience the growth. Won't be easy, because you'll be programmed to be in the same perpetual cycle that you once indulged in. Again, the video was called Animation versus Addiction. It's a blue and an orange stick figure. You should see the video if you search it up. Raw and Uncut. I'm going to keep it all the way through. But I hope this video reaches the right people, because you're not alone. You're not alone. We all go through things as humans. And where you are on your journey isn't a bad thing. Shouldn't be looked at as a bad thing either. Keep it raw and uncut. This is Mozzarella. And let's keep continuing to grow.